Protect and provide. On side note, as an artist, this was the hardest song for me to write because I often write from my own personal experience or stories of people I meet who tell me incredible or inspiring stories. But this was my first attempt at fiction, at a narrative song of something I haven't lived, but I've observed. And it was just hard because, it's a story and it could end a bajillion different ways. So it was kind of hard for me to write because, how do I want to end this? I don't want to make it too dramatic. But Protect and Provide tells the story of a father struggling to protect and provide for his children, right? These are things that we're told as men that this is our responsibility, primarily us alone. And I have a lot to say on this, but I'm only going to say some of it because it comes up later on the album on a different song as well. But in the third verse, I say, you can't control the victims when macho is running free. A bomb exploded, everybody close is gonna bleed. The measure of a man is not his weapon or his cheese. Your presence more important than anything that you bring, but worse than everything if your temper ain't on a leash. Protection from yourself is your family's greatest need. And so this notion that men are supposed to protect and provide for our families encourages a lot of men to be violent and money hungry, right? If we're gonna protect them, then we have to have and be willing to use our big muscles or our weapons to protect our families and loved ones. And if we're gonna provide for them, then we have to make a lot of money. We gotta stay focused on money. And whenever we fall short of either of these things, we often feel like we're not doing our job. So much to be said on this, but I wanna focus on this idea of protection, though, because one of my homegirls often reminds me about the actual source of danger for most women and children. Men have this false idea that they need to protect their families from home invaders climbing through windows or thieves with knives and guns hiding in dark alleys. But the reality is, most women and children who are physically abused, beaten, stabbed, shot, raped, most of them are actually assaulted by their partners, their fathers, their brothers, their uncles, by men in their life who are supposed to be their trustworthy protectors. Statistically speaking, by an enormous margin, men, you are the person your family needs the most protection from. You are most likely to harm them. Your own anger expressed in unhealthy ways, your frustrations, your impatience, your controlling, demanding desires, you are the most dangerous thing in the lives of your loved ones. I'm not saying that to beat up on us. I'm saying that as a reality check, right? We have to learn how to deal with our anger in healthy ways. And as this narrative says of this song, this guy is getting frustrated and he's not dealing with his anger in ways that are useful, and it explodes in this ego between him and his baby mama's new boyfriend, and it ends him up in jail. And now how are you supposed to protect your family when you're in the jail, right? So again, there's a lot of different ways this could have gone, but the idea of this song is, who do we really need to protect our families from? And it's our refusal to deal with our anger, to acknowledge any emotion, not just anger, in healthy ways. It often it leads to the exact opposite of what we think is our responsibility, and we become the dangerous people in the lives of the folks that we think it is our job to protect.